So you could just celebrate them all at one time?
We'll call to order the meeting for the Wicomico County Council legislative session for May 17th, 2016. Those that would like to stand and join us for the Lord's Prayer and Pledge of Allegiance, please do. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Get used to this thing. Good morning, everybody. First item on the agenda, the approval of the legislative minutes from May 3rd, 2016. Entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion, corrections? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. Minutes have been approved. Entertain a motion to approve the open work session minutes from April 19th, 2016, reference to the comprehensive plan.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any corrections? Mr. Kramer, I'll be abstaining from the next two. I was absent. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. Open work session minutes have been approved. Entertain a motion to approve the open work session minutes from April 19th in reference to the Airport Commission.
So moved. Second.
Any corrections? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. Minutes have been approved. At this time now, we have a proclamation that the executive would like to present for Northwestern Elementary School. Executive Culver, you're on.
Do you have a proclamation?
John, where's the proclamation? There, sure did.
And he'll say,
Well, now that I have 5 minutes of time, I can go ahead and use this time now for anything, right? Okay.
you have the floor.
Okay, good. Is Mr. Kirby Bryson in? You come forward with us, please. Good.
Hello, Kirby. Mr. Souza is with them as well.
Oh, please. Mr. Souza, come
We
in.
invited him.
Thank you. This award is given to Northwestern Elementary School on behalf of the Wicomico County Executive's Office and the Wicomico County Council. It's to recognize the fact, the Silver Hammer Award to Northwestern Elementary School on May the 10th, 2016 for its exceptional maintenance and the recognition of the fact that you have saved fiscal responsibility and taken the best you can with the money that you have got to do with what you can. We're very proud of you, and I personally am very honored to be able to present this to you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cannon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Executive Culver. Morning, Mr. Kramer.
Good morning, Mr. President, members of the County Council, ladies and gentlemen. Two housekeeping issues. One is the resolution number 55, 2016. There has been a minor change in the wording. It does not have an effect on your action or the resolution itself. But the revised document language is on your table this morning. Secondly, for the work sessions after the legislative session, The comprehensive plan work session has been removed and will be rescheduled. May I proceed?
Thank you, Mr. Kramer.
Thank you, Mr. President. First item for your consideration is Resolution Number 52, 2016, at the request of the County Executive to appoint the Board of Managers of various public drainage associations within Wicomico County. If it pleases the Council, I'll read the list. Allen, Ellen G. Gray, George A. Whitney, David Quick. Idlet, Sid Richardson, Bruce Lewis, Richard Layfield. Beaver Dam, Arden Hickman, Quentin Riley, George Bradford. Dividing Creek, Stanley Brown, Donald Culver, Jimmy Johnson. Givens, Lloyd B. Brittingham, Gary Brittingham, Robert Davis. Green Branch, Pete Richardson, J.D. Ireland, Bud Hanson. Head of Creek, Desmond A. Brown, Dale Massey, Elsie M. Wallace. Horsebridge, Larry First, Raymond Adkins, Orrin Perdue, and Tom Johnson. Laws, Robert Davis, Joe Dork, Ben Brittingham. Mill Branch, Frank Insco, David Kenny, Donna Inslee. Nanticoke, Ron Mayer, Kenneth White, Lawrence Elzey. Nebo, Clinton Lawrence Sr., Goldsboro Lawrence, Tyrone L. Price. Passerdike, Charles Fleming, Robert Gannon, and vacant. Pine Branch, George C. White, Linda Truitt, Dave Williams. Texas Road, Bernard Nutter, Brian Van Buren, Madeline Wigfall.
Entertain a motion to accept Resolution 52-2016.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor of Resolution 52, 2016, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried, resolution passes.
On the same subject, Resolution Number 53, 2016, at the request of the County Executive, a resolution to certify the drainage tax roll of the Director of Finance as requested by the Board of Managers of the Public Drainage Associations. This will provide the annual levy for maintenance of those public drainage associations. Allen, crop acre, $3, per woodland acre, 75 cents, minimum billing, $15. Idlet, $3 per crop acre, $1.50 per woodland acre, minimum billing, $20. Beaver Dam, $2 per crop acre, 50 cents per woodland acre, $15 minimum billing. Dividing Creek, $7 per crop acre, $3.50 per woodland acre, minimum billing $15. Green Branch, $2.70 per woodland acre, 90 cents per woodland acre. Did I say that correctly? $2.70 for crop acre, 90 cents per woodland acre, minimum billing $20. Head of Creek, no breakdown by acreage, minimum billing $25. Horsebridge, 40 cents per woodland acre, 10 cents per woodland acre, and $8 minimum billing. Laws, 50 cents per crop acre, 50 cents per woodland acre, and $15 minimum billing. Mill Branch, $2 per cropland acre, 50 cents per woodland acre, minimum billing $10. Nanticoke, $7 per crop acre, $3.50 per woodland acre, minimum billing $20. Nebo, $6 crop acre, no levy for woodland acre, minimum billing $30. Passerdike, $4.50 per crop acre, $1.50 per woodland acre, minimum billing $20. Pine Branch, $3 per cropland acre, $1 per woodland acre, $15 minimum billing. Texas Road, no levy per crop or woodland acre, but minimum billing of $30.
Thank you, Mr. Kramer. Entertain a motion to accept, to approve Resolution 53, 2016.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Question I would have would be, how do they distinguish these rates?
How do they? The Board of Managers does a canvass of the district each year, and determines what maintenance work is required. They then establish a levy by stating an amount per acreage of each property owner which benefits by the district, and submits that to the county council for approval through the director of finance. The finance department actually does the billing, but the manager's it is the manager's responsibility to undertake the survey. Now, you may remember earlier this year there was a complaint brought forward by the several managers of the districts saying that over time property has been transferred and the Maryland Department of Assessments and Taxation is no longer providing that transfer information to the finance department. So the managers have come to the realization that a number of properties within a district are not receiving tax bills for that purpose because the information regarding a transfer of land hasn't made it. The State Department isn't doing that work anymore. Mr. Culver has placed a position in the county budget in the finance department to work on this and bring those levies up to date. Or not the levies, the tax rolls.
Well, I don't believe I've done a motion yet, have I, gentlemen? Entertain a motion to accept Resolution 53. Did I do that? We got that straight? Okay, thanks. Just want to make sure. Any other questions? Seeing none. All those in favor of Resolution 53, 2016, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. Resolution passes.
Next item is Resolution Number 54, 2016, at the request of the county executive, to authorize the executive to accept grant funds in the amount of $143,609 from the Maryland Judiciary Administrative Office of the Courts, and to authorize the county executive to execute a memorandum of understanding. Circuit Court has received grant funding in the said amount, and the court will use that money to upgrade its surveillance camera systems, and the executive recommends accepting same. Mrs. Melissa Johnson from the Circuit Court is here to answer any questions you may have.
Okay. Entertain a motion to accept Resolution 54, 2016.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Discussion. Good morning.
Good morning, thank you.
How are you?
Do you have any additional questions, or would you like me to give an overview of?
An overview would be great,
Okay,
thanks.
very
Yes.
good. The Circuit Court for Wicomico County is presently undertaking a construction project in addition of a courtroom. We had secured funding for security cameras for that space prior to this. In this year's notice of available funds, we were made aware that the AOC had funding for additional security equipment and upgrades. The funds in question here will allow us to upgrade our current camera system to match the newer IP system in the new space, and will prevent us from having to approach the county for funding for same.
Okay. Any questions from anyone there? It's going to be an easy morning. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Resolution passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next item is Resolution Number 55, 2016, at the request of the county executive, approving a transfer between major categories of the Wicomico County Board of Education operating budget for fiscal year 2015-2016, transferring a total of $379,196. And the change that I mentioned earlier comes at the bottom of the page under the resolution, under now therefore be it resolved. The first part is Wicomico County Board of Education is authorized to accept the revenue in the amount of $379,196 from the state of Delaware for Delmar Delaware tuition exchange. And the second part, the unanticipated revenue in the amount of $379,196 shall be appropriated to capital outlays, transfers, the accounts given, and the proposed use is for capital projects at the Delmar Elementary School, future projects not yet stated.
Thank you, Mr. Kramer. Entertain a motion to accept Resolution 55, 2016.
Mr. Bruce Ford is here if you have any questions.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Where are you, Bruce? Morning. How are you?
Good morning.
I want to thank the council for the opportunity to come and answer any questions and explain this request. Back on April the 19th, the board approved the superintendent seeking the county executives and the council's approval to recognize unanticipated revenue in accordance with state law. The amount of the revenue was $379,000, as was mentioned, and it was as a result of the Delmar-Delaware tuition exchange. The county executive approved the request to recognize the unanticipated revenue in the current fiscal year 2016 budget for the specific purpose to be appropriated and transferred to the capital projects fund only for use on future Delmar Elementary School projects. The thought there was revenue being generated as a result of the Delmar arrangement that has been a long-standing arrangement and be used for, specifically for renovations at the school.
Okay. Questions?
Are there any renovations in the pipeline this year?
We had a request in the CIP for HVAC, but there was not sufficient funds that were available to do that. So we're thinking if we can begin to accumulate enough funds, we'll be able to help the county to be able to do that HVAC renovation.
Air conditioning.
Is this an abnormally, I mean, we don't usually get money back from them. We usually pay them. Haven't we been paying the difference before?
I sent an attachment that showed that it's really been a back and forth.
So it has been
Yes,
back and forth.
back
I
and
know
forth.
at one time we had to pay. I know it
Yes,
was
yep.
brought up, so.
Bruce, will you explain how that works? Since it is back and forth
Yeah.
so dramatically.
Yes, and you can see it's driven by the number of Maryland students that we send to Delaware, and their cost per pupil has been kind of sporadic. Again, the attachment shows that it's up and down, and totally driven by the student count. So for example, in 2016, the year under consideration, the number of Maryland students at the Delmar Middle High School dropped from 546 to 520, and the cost per pupil dropped from 9707 to 9465. And the number of Delaware students in our Delmar Elementary Maryland School, relatively consistent, went up slightly, and our cost per pupil went up slightly as well.
Do you know why it seems that the cost per Maryland pupil is higher than the cost of the Delaware pupils?
Right.
And it seems that the Maryland costs increases every year and the Delaware costs decrease every year per pupil.
Well, if you go back historically, that's not always the case. For example, I went back because I thought maybe that may be a question. Back in 2008, the cost per pupil was $10,198. It dropped the next year to $9,344. And part of the reason to remember is it's one school. And they don't have any of the other type of ancillary type programs like a CTE program, like an alternative school program, because they have, as you know, in Delaware, separate school districts.
Right.
So that's part of the reason why those costs are, and we have, of course, 24 different sites and departments to manage all those sites.
Okay.
It's one school district in Delmar.
That's it.
Are we still sending fifth graders to Delmar?
That's correct, yes.
Any other questions?
So this money is just going to be kind of accumulated, it's not going to be used in this fiscal year, it's going to be accumulated for,
In the capital projects for the
And then
goal
the
that can
goal.
only be used for Delmar renovations.
So is it being directed to the general fund as a capital outlay?
No, to a capital outlay, and from capital outlay to the capital projects fund. And once it's in that fund, it cannot be used in the general operating fund at all.
Any other questions? Seeing none. All those in favor of Resolution 55, 2016, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried, resolution passes.
Thank you all very
Bruce.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. That's all I have for now.
Thank you, Mr. Kramer. Good morning, Ms. Harris.
Good morning.
We have a public hearing at 10:30, is that correct?
We do. Do you want me to go ahead and read the public notice, or do you want to wait till?
Hopefully it'll take you 8 minutes.
I'll read slow. All right, we have notice of a public hearing for an update of state fiscal 2015 projects and state fiscal year 2017 Community Development Block Grant Program. A public hearing will be held on Tuesday, May 17th, 2017 at 10:30 a.m. in the Government Office Building, 125 North Division Street in Room 301 to receive input from the public on the county's proposed participation in the state fiscal year 2017 Community Development Block Grant Program. At this time, the public will hear an outlined update on current CDBG project performances. All interested persons are encouraged to attend. For further information, Lori Carter, the Deputy Director, is here, and anyone else? Are you here? Cheryl Meadows is also here to address the council.
Okay. At this
Sorry, that didn't take them.
That's okay. At this time, we have to take about a 5-minute recess. Point being, anytime a public hearing is advertised, it's advertised for 10:30, and we are not allowed to begin that public hearing until that time, which is 10:30. So if you could bear with us, we'll have a recess for about 6 minutes. Thank you very much.